Okay, welcome everyone. It is the regular city council meeting for Tuesday, November 12th, 2024. We'll call the meeting to order. If we can all stand up and say the pledge of allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Can I have roll call, please? Cheryl.
Bill Meyer?
Yes.
Matt Peterson?
Yes.
Matt Shorty?
Yep.
Adam Ryder?
Yes.
Number 4, approval of the agenda. Questions, comments, anything on there?
Make
If
a
not,
motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
roll call, please.
Matt Shorty?
Yep.
Adam Ryder?
Yes.
Bill Meyer?
Yep.
Matt Peterson?
Yes.
Okay, number 5, we'll skip. 6, the consent agenda. Again, questions, comments, concerns with anything on there?
The building permit, is that for the shed that we talked about?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
I noticed too on the bills, and maybe we'll talk about it a little bit later, but the bill for the yellow dump truck, is that, because it's in there, is that done? Does that mean it's done? I think there was a bill in there
Like a
for
$3,500 bill.
No, that's not the one. There's another one coming.
Is there? Okay.
That's just part of it.
Oh, what is it, Preston?
Yeah, it should be 160.
Oh, yeah, no, it is all, it is done. The 6859 is for the,
It's done and we have it back.
yes.
Okay. Okay, and I figured we'd talk about the truck itself probably a little bit later, but I just wanted to clarify that.
Yep, it's,
Okay.
sorry.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else have any questions, anything regarding that? Okay, if not, I will ask for a motion to approve as presented.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second. And roll call, please.
Bill Meyer?
Yes.
Matt Shorty?
Yeah.
Matt Peterson?
Yes.
Adam Ryder?
Yes.
Number 7, resolution 2024-12, approval of plat of survey parcel 104-2024, McNeil Family Trust. I'm assuming this is just a 2-mile.
It is a 2-mile plat of survey. It looks from the map that they were just going to section off the area that's basically where people live as opposed to the farm ground. So it's pretty standard that it's within 2 miles of Preston.
Okay, do we have any questions on that? If not, I will ask for a motion to approve that resolution.
Make a motion to approve resolution 2024-12.
Second.
Second.
Any roll call, please?
Matt Peterson?
Yes.
Adam Ryder?
Yes.
Bill Meyer?
Yes.
Matt Shorty?
Yeah.
Okay, number 8, we have a tree board update, and Marcia is here. I hope everybody had a chance to kind of read through that that DNR survey that was done a couple of years ago. And Marcia, I guess I'll let you have the floor and kind of give us an update on
Yeah,
where you guys are
you
at.
know, we discussed what was in there.
Mhm.
100, out of 159 trees, 128 needed something done to them. And we discussed what we're gonna do, whatever, and we decided just to concentrate on Two Good Park and get some trees in there. Well, I printed off that whole city map with all the dots
Mhm.
that the DNR did, and Gene and I drove the streets of Preston, and I marked off those that were not there.
Okay,
86 trees are gone
really?
in
Wow.
2 years.
Wow. Whoa.
86. 12 out of Too Good. We thought it was only 8, but it's 12.
Holy
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
smokes. Yeah, that's,
And the
So
city,
86 of them were there, or we're not.
they're not there. They're gone.
And how many we start with, 160 something?
159, so almost, well,
Half.
half of them are gone. The only good thing is we don't have to deal with what they said we needed to do, but it's just shocking that
yeah,
we've only got
that is a huge
half of them left.
decrease in our tree.
And the city hasn't planted one tree.
No, we have not. No, we have not.
So,
So we have some work to do, you're saying?
yes, we do, for sure. You saw the estimates for Too Good. I had her put them in there. I was surprised at the difference in those two estimates from the two places.
I may have just added
I
those.
was gonna say, I'm just seeing this now.
Yeah, I think I added them today because I had the packet out prior to when the,
Well, Spangler and Morrison was $1,595, $1,595, and the one in Dubuque was $4,807. That's a huge difference.
Yeah.
That's apples to apples, same thing.
Apples to apples, because I called her, I said, is this right?
Yeah.
She said it was, so I don't know,
Makes you wonder.
I really, you saw the map too,
yeah.
where we're gonna
Yeah.
plant what, are you
Yeah, we
okay
have
with that?
Yeah.
If we ever get trees to plant?
Yep.
Okay. I guess what I need to discuss with you, I think Cheryl and I are gonna go ahead and try to get that $10,000 DNR grant.
Okay.
We have till December 31st, and we've already started on it.
Okay.
So, rather than worry about what it's gonna cost to do these trees, let's see if we can get that grant, then that, that issue is mute.
Right.
So, that's where I am right now. We weren't gonna plant till spring anyway, so we should know by January whether we get any funds from the DNR. If
Yeah.
not, then we need to discuss, well, we need to discuss to have a budget anyway. This is a 2-year grant, and we could easily use up $10,000 in a 2-year grant. But you need to decide, do you wanna put some back in the terrace where they were, where they're gone? Not only just the parks, but do you wanna work at getting the whole city replanted? Because 86 trees gone is a lot.
Yeah. Is our only option, and I know it's probably, I'm probably gonna answer my own question here, but private property, we can't probably really do much.
Well, I was talking to Gene about that. Can we actually put them back there without, we almost have to ask the property owners
Right.
if they want one back there.
Right.
If it
That's
was me, yes, I would, because some of them, they'd shade their house,
Right.
And that can be a gamble too, I mean, I'm open to it, but property owners change, and then that person comes in and cuts it down. It's completely,
Well, it's a gamble, it's a gamble you take, I guess.
yeah, no, I understand,
Yeah.
It's-
But pretty much haven't you said if you wanna cut that tree down, then, I don't,
Right. Yeah. 'Cause
I
know-
think they look nice along the streets, but I'm a tree person, so.
Right.
I think we gotta consider the area that it's in, and the tree it's gonna be, because it can cost us a lot of money in the future too, so.
Well, it's
Yeah, we're
definitely
careful
part
on what trees that we
Yep.
pick to put there.
Right.
Exactly.
of it. Right. Right.
So
It-
that's something to think about before,
Right. Yeah, because that's what I was gonna say. I know in the past we've kind of frowned upon, people replanting back in the, this Brook
But
City
then
right of
where,
way,
where
but-
do you get your
Right,
trees?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have a ton of residents saying, hey, we wanna replace that tree that we took down
Yeah.
2 years ago or whatever, what options do you have? Not
Right.
a ton.
well, I think maybe some of them would if they didn't have to pay for the tree,
That's
I don't
sure part
know.
of it. Yeah.
I don't know, but, somehow we gotta come up with a policy of, if the city takes down a tree, then you plant one or two, because we've
Right.
gotta get the tree population back up again.
Right.
And then also 75% of them were maples. So the committee is still working on a list of
Okay.
trees that we would recommend
That was gonna be my
to
next
do
question.
that, and
Yeah.
there will be no maples on there,
Yeah.
just because, something comes with maple disease, we're shot. And I'm
Right.
thinking our percentage is probably higher since we took 86 trees out, we probably
Right.
got 85% maple. So,
Yeah.
that's what, we're still working on the list. but,
Okay,
It's just something for you guys to think about. If we don't get that money, you know, maybe we come up with some money somewhere and then put some money in the budget
right.
to get these trees planted again.
Well, I guess when I was reading that DNR survey, I know they kind of recommended like a $2,000
Yeah,
annual budget, you
Right.
know? And so that doesn't sound like an unreasonable number to me. I guess I was just wondering if that was enough, you know?
yeah,
to-
I don't know. You know, we talked the last time, well, if we gotta take a tree down, it's gonna cost you $2,000,
Right,
you know? But all the trees are gone, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure you have very many that really, there's a couple on DeGroat that probably should come down that we noticed when we were driving around.
Okay.
But other than that, I don't know,
right,
just something to think about before the next, budget meeting or
Yeah.
whatever. And then when I was up at Wagner Nursery, she handed me a list of tree lists. And I never asked her what it was for, but on the bottom of it was a DNR guy's phone number. So I called him and I was talking to him. He said, that's the tree list. If you apply for a DNR grant, these are the only trees we will let you plant.
oh,
So going forward with that, that's gonna be our master list for
okay,
anything that's planted city-wise
sure.
for the city, so.
Okay. What are they? What the trees
Well,
are?
you can go on the DNR website, and there's a whole PDF called Rethinking Maples.
Okay.
It shows you what to plant with for color,
Oh,
what,
okay,
as an alternative
okay,
to maples.
gotcha,
So, some of them are locust and ginkgo and all that thing.
okay,
So, that's gonna be our master list,
okay,
once we ever get it done.
yeah,
So, that's it, that's all I have.
okay. Yeah, no, that's good to know, and thank you, Angie, for
And-
driving around. and
Yeah,
doing that.
and pretty much we're just waiting to see if we get any money.
Yeah, yeah, I guess we'll kind of wait and see what we hear back, about that grant.
Right, and I don't know how that's gonna work with Westside, because she's got money being donated, so, no, I don't know how that's gonna work,
Right,
you know? It's not like we couldn't come up with anywhere to plant trees. We've got the walking trail behind the industrial park there.
yeah,
If you wanna put any on the new lots that you got, you know, there's options there too.
I think they have an ordinance, or, is that a covenant that they have to plant a tree
On the new lot?
on the new lot?
Part of the covenant, I'm not sure without looking at it.
Okay,
I don't remember.
I thought maybe that was in there, maybe not, maybe. I'm
You know,
thinking
Should have been.
and more of, you know,
Yeah.
In hindsight.
the walking path, and there are places that they could be planted, and I'm
Right.
sure there's going to be people who say, yeah, I would like that tree put back in there,
Right,
if you're gonna allow that.
right, right. I guess that might have to be on a case-by-case basis.
Right,
You know?
right.
We need summarization.
And, you know, first come, first served
Right.
basis, you know, if we
Right.
say we're gonna do 2 trees a year, get on the list or whatever. You know, it depends on how much money we end up with.
Yeah, exactly,
You know,
yeah,
so right now it's kinda depending on Cheryl and I getting that grant done
okay.
and going with that.
Yeah. Well, it kind of gives us some good feedback, so we kind of have an idea of what we're looking at, and, yeah, I guess it's just a matter of
You
seeing.
know, I have that big map here if you guys wanna look at it, but there's a lot of them gone.
Yeah, that's a surprising number.
Yeah.
You know, and Ray said to me at the meeting, he said, no way did we cut 86. I said, they have them on here.
Actually, my neighbor to the south, they had one in the backyard, two in the front, and there's no trees.
Well-
They account for 3 of them.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean we took down all 86.
That's what I said to him, I said,
Yeah.
they could have taken them
Right.
down, but,
Right. Yeah,
so,
yeah.
You
Okay.
know, down there across from Country Store, there was what,
Yeah, there was
7, 8 trees there, and they're all
Right,
gone.
they're all gone.
Yeah,
and where you put the new street in, there was trees there, those aren't there anymore. And DeGrove hardly has any trees, all the way down, so.
yeah, so I think we'll probably have to look at that and just see, where we can get trees planted, and maybe we'll have to rethink our right of way.
Mhm.
Thinking there. not-
And some of them are wider than others. You know,
Right.
If you wanna limit, if it's always so wide, then you can't plant a tree there.
Well, they don't have to be turned into 100 to 150
No,
Well, there
no,
you go.
there's-
Any kind of tree.
Right, there are
Small.
medium-sized trees that would
Yeah.
work. You don't want them too small for vision, you know, if it's on a corner or something, but,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay,
And
well,
then-
that's,
I will probably be back in December with the list of
Okay.
trees. I don't know if you wanna okay it, or we just go ahead and do it, but then I'll be going south for about 4 months.
okay, okay.
And I don't think any of the,
Take your
Any-
homework with.
any of the other guys are gonna come in and talk to you, so. We'll try to come up with the list of trees and.
Yeah, no, we'd like to see that, I guess.
Yeah, and, you know, if you're interested in looking
Yeah.
at that, it's a good resource for us, for
Yeah.
the DNR.
Yes, exactly.
You know, I don't think we have to overthink, you know, the right of way either, because that's why we had the tree board. You know, it comes, if people wanna plan that area, it comes to the tree board can look at it individually, you know, like, no,
Right.
this is a bad spot, or yes, but this is the tree we suggest
Right.
you plant.
Right.
So that's, you know, we don't have to come up with.
And the
all
type
this.
of tree that they want. Yeah.
So that's why we have them to
Right.
guide us through that.
Yeah, we have a master list of trees that, we're good with,
Mhm.
and then say, hey, if you want a tree, pick.
And
one
I'm
of
gonna
these.
separate them, large trees, medium trees,
Yeah.
too, so.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
the board might say only a medium tree can go here because,
Right.
Right.
you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
Yeah, more than likely, yeah, that'd be a case by case basis, but, yeah, I think if we can get, a good influx, if we can get a grant and get a good
Mhm.
influx next spring.
I see no, unless we're too late, I see no reason why we shouldn't get a grant with
Yeah.
the staggering numbers that we have.
Right,
So,
I would sure help with the grant money, you would think, to show that, those numbers.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I
And already
am,
having that plan done. and
Yeah.
everything.
yeah.
yeah, fingers crossed, and we'll go from there, so. Okay,
I guess that's it.
okay, well, thank you, Marcia, we
Mhm.
appreciate it.
Thank you, Marcia.
Thank you. Okay, let's jump down to number 9, handicap parking request, from Preston Family Chiropractic. What's the backstory on this, Cheryl?
Alex hasn't officially asked the city, but it was brought up that he may be requesting, to have a handicap parking, so with that in mind, we just talked to Chad about it and tried to see where would be a good spot if we decide that, to allow that. And, kind of the one, where the first stall over here, right in front of Main Street Square. That being just because it's closer to the access to the sidewalk, with the cutout there. And, it's just, we haven't, like I said, we haven't been officially asked, and we've just been observing, and I don't see a huge immediate need for it, but, just something, since it was brought up, we just wanted to kick around thoughts on it prior to when he does, if he does.
Because I've got mixed feelings on it a little bit. It's good to have it for his business, but then, when there's other activities going on, it's way at the end
Yeah.
as far as using the space and that might not be able to be utilized.
Well, we have handicap parking down here, right?
In front of town
In
hall.
front of town hall.
We thought about even putting it like, handicap parking only 8 AM to 4 PM.
Can,
Monday through
can you
Friday.
do that?
We can do it, you can do whatever you want as far as ordinance, it's in your street, so, that would require a sign being right there, and, probably a surface mounted 4x4 or a post, but it's just an option to think about.
I don't mind that idea, just from 8 to 5 or 8 to 4, whatever, I mean, most
I'm
of
not
the
sure
way
what
to be
business
later
hours
on.
are either.
Yeah, I mean, for
Would
me,
you even have to put it on a sign? Dang, you're tagging it right, I don't know whose truck's sitting there.
I don't know.
Brick, it doesn't have to be, so that you don't have to try to plow around it or shovel around it or whatever.
And that was my main concern with the sign, and we don't like anything mounted on the decorative poles, because it does spaces kind of right by a pole, we could put the sign on the pole to eliminate the shoveling or snow removal.
I just hope people know what spot they're referring to, so.
Yeah.
Somebody parks there, oh, I didn't know it was this spot.
I know I've done at the town hall, the handicap parking signs on the building, like you said, so, I mean, it's just.
Is it painted on the ground then too?
Yeah.
Probably,
Yeah.
yeah, so you wouldn't want to do that here because it'd be confusing then.
Not if
Right.
you're gonna stipulate a time frame,
Yeah.
I would say not. Just an idea.
Yeah.
I'd be more in favor of that.
I think if it's truly, if it truly is a need, I think he's having 8 to 4, I don't see that being a really needed parking spot, but from a lot of weekends
I mean,
after
can you
that.
put that, I don't wanna say put it on him, but here's your sign to put out when you're open for business.
Well, it could be an option too.
Like, hey, when you're open, you shove it out, it's not up to our city guys to put it in
Kind of
and
like the
out
sign
every
they have
day.
up here at the, like one of them A-frame signs they have at the pharmacy.
Yeah.
Or like the voting sign, whatever they stick
Right.
up right there.
I mean, I guess in the middle of the day, I don't know how many people are bottlenecking down here that they wouldn't have a front spot anyway, but.
Not too many, just unfortunately, the people that do run the coffee shop, that's where he parks every day. I mean, in that particular spot.
Gotcha.
We'll look it up at 1, but then, like I said, it's further away from the,
Coffee shop, I
Access.
can park up another one,
Yeah.
or 2 or whatever.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't recommend making it a decision right now until, you know,
Right.
Something to think about though.
Yeah.
something to think about in advance so it doesn't delay. We already kind of know your feelings and.
Yeah.
Do you have to do anything with the curb there to get up and over with the?
That was gonna be my question, if the curb.
Will it be
Or you
like
just
the
want
one
them to
that's
go
out
down
here?
to?
'Cause there's-
That's why it's towards the end,
Yeah.
because it's closer to where you can get up the curb. The curb is already cut away.
Makes
That
sense.
whole area of the driveway.
Yeah.
down by the-
Going into
Right.
Peters.
Leonard's.
Right.
And that's kind of how it is down here, that you have to go down the street to get on. You know.
Oh,
To get into the one that's out here.
gotcha. Okay.
I kind of like the idea of the rollout sign when they're open.
Yeah, that might be the easiest way to make it the most inconvenient for other times.
It's less confusing too then.
Right, yeah. I just
Yeah,
think
then
maybe
the sign
a
needs to be
handicap
on.
spot for festival of trees and stuff like that, cause nobody's gonna, if they're handicapped, park down here and walk half the
Right.
city.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. And not to even paint it on the street, 'cause,
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so people obey it, you know, when the sign is out.
Yeah.
Big sign. It's not locked or nothing. Okay. Well, we'll kinda tackle that, I guess, when it,
when the sign comes.
yeah, when it comes up. Yeah, good discussion. Okay, let's jump down to 10, approval of project completion and change order number 1, final for the Amos Street reconstruction 2024 project. So it looks like, had the walkthrough last week. I did like in the change order that they were willing to come back in the spring.
Yeah,
if
they,
the
I,
grass,
when we did
spots
the
doesn't-
final walkthrough, they said that that is considered warranty work. So if the
Yeah.
grass doesn't come up in an area, they'll do touch-ups. And then
Yeah.
there's an area that extend on the east end of DeGroat that, I don't know, forever, whatever reason, whether it was too wet, not leveled out at the right, but that wasn't done, so the one that's right next to the creek access there, so that'll be reseeded in the spring, so
okay, so they gotta come back anyway then.
they gotta come back and
Okay,
they said, yeah, the touch-ups wouldn't be a problem.
good. Yeah, I know, it was kinda bad timing, you know, in the fall with weather-wise and stuff, and if nobody threw any water on it.
Yeah, a lot of people don't take initiative to help themselves.
Yeah, I'm concerned that we're gonna have spots that are not gonna come.
I'm surprised it looks better than what, I mean.
That shot of
the
rain
last couple
helps.
weeks,
Yeah.
Yeah,
It helped out.
I was surprised too.
If
I
you
see
look at
what-
the same seeding that was done on Amos Street and over at Peppermint Park, just the watering that the guys did, I mean, it's just.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
Yeah, it made a huge.
It's really good seeding if you take the time to take care of it, yeah.
I see down on the south end, one of the residents drove through the lawn and
Yeah,
scooped it all up, but it's their lawn, so.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that should be the only thing, right, everything else is.
Yeah, everything was pretty well cut and dry, there's been no, everybody's pretty, you know, accept of it. The project completion date will be the 30th, and final construction cost was outlined in the letter. And so there is a change order that needs approval for the difference of the project cost, and what the final cost was $4,172.80. So that will be what needs to be approved. And we do hold the retainage of $24,421.28. We hold that, once they get the approval for the final, they hold that for 30 days and give you if anything would come up.
And that 30 days, right, will start when we approve this, so.
Yeah, so actually it'll be the 11th of December where we can have the check date. And that will be our next meeting, so it works out well.
Okay, is there any other discussion needed on any of that? Pretty simple cut and dry. If not, I will ask for a motion to approve the change order number 1 final for the Amos Street.
I'll make a motion to approve change order number 1 for the Amos Street reconstruction in the amount of $4,172.80.
Second?
Second.
And roll call, please.
Dylan Meyer,
Yes.
Adam Ryder,
Yes.
Matt Peterson,
Yes.
Matt Hardy.
Yes. Let's jump down to other business, utility department updates. There was a few things in there for, all the departments. Do you have anything else to add on that, Cheryl, or is that pretty much it?
Yeah, I just thought, I threw in everything that we, like the repairs to the shed. There was a slight mishap down there, and we got, Tri-State quoted to do the repairs. It's a WIP building, so we have to kind of go with the people that sold it, so it matches for the tin. So, I think it was recommended to go ahead and get that fixed. So,
Did we turn that into insurance?
it's less our deductible,
Less
it's
than
$2,500.
Okay,
So,
okay,
otherwise, yeah,
okay.
it wouldn't make any sense to
To
do
match
that.
the tin, we have to go through the same company to build it. So,
That makes sense.
And the town hall door, recently, it didn't stay unlocked, unlocked, it would
Yeah.
keep banging shut.
Yeah.
So Ray replaced the push handle on it today, and I thought we'd probably discuss, the door needs replaced too.
Yeah.
So we can discuss that at budget time.
Yeah.
The generator, I don't know if I had it in the packet yet, when I emailed it out on Friday, but the surge tank couldn't be welded because of, it was dripping and it was just rusted out, like, it wouldn't hold a weld anymore. So Seether and Cherry were down and quoted, to have to custom build one. So they provided a couple quotes. One was $6,700 for a mild steel tank, and then for a couple hundred more for stainless steel was $6,950, so. It is needed because we're no longer able to generate without that protection to have the water there, so, it's something we do need. And I think it's been recommended to go ahead and go with the stainless steel one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
would.
Ray called me today on it, and to uphold our contract, we have to be able to generate at any time, so right now we can't do that, so we have to get it fixed ASAP. To have, Cedar and Cherry come in and do it, that's them building the tank, and again, that, Ray thinks it's that's them, building it, pulling the old one out, putting the new one in, because what else is gonna, the valves around it, putting it together too could be a challenge, so just let them handle the whole thing,
Yep.
and they get it done as soon as possible, with money back in our pocket again, to be able to generate,
Right.
so.
What's their turnaround on this?
Ray thought they could do it in a week or so.
Oh, what's this tank for?
It's a surge tank, so it's water for the old generator, cooling.
Yeah, it's for cooling purposes.
Yeah. We still have the new generator, that,
Yeah.
If we have some problem, the city can bump up and go, but get the old generator going and keep our credits and roll and stuff, which is just old, it's probably 1970s.
Okay. That'll just come out of the electric fund, then I take it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, no, that's a no-brainer for those things, you know. 10 times out of 10.
No, we just
Okay.
included, what, every year, we contract with electrical engineering equipment to come do our, service on the portable generators for the lift stations. I included those in your packages to kind of see what the reports look like, they said the generator out of the lagoon was in good shape. There were a few things that needed to be done on the other three, so being a maintenance item, we gave the go-ahead to have them do those repairs, which is in the budget. We budget for that kind of thing every year anyway, so. That'll come out of sewer. And I just thought it was interesting, the heating season from Clayton Energy, I just wanted to throw that in there so you guys know where we stand as far as, they do a good job protecting us with what they purchase ahead of time, and you can't foresee extreme cold weather, but, maybe a need for spot pricing at some point, but, should be able to keep our energy costs down.
Yeah, no, that's good information. I liked reading that. It was good to know kind of where their thoughts are and what they're thinking, so. But
Sounds
again,
like it may
it's-
be wetter than normal, but it doesn't seem to be very risk of below normal temperatures, so. I know the gas department lost a little money, last year because it was
no,
so
that was-
mild,
Yeah, that was,
so. And I hate to see real cold weather, but it does help fund,
right.
and that's all I have.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Chad, you got anything?
Oh, just had a couple things just to share with you guys. Addressing the school board tomorrow, just to give them an update on the school resource officer program, kind of letting them know where we're at with everything and what we've kind of done since the beginning of the year. We're doing a reunification drill tomorrow with Northeast. Last year, I guess, Eastern Valley went there, so they're coming here tomorrow, so that'll be a little bit of training with them. We have orientation at the new jail tomorrow, so we know how the booking procedures, where to come in at, so that's gonna be opening up here on the 20th is what I'm told, so.
Of this month.
Yeah. Let's see. So yeah, it's been kind of busy.
Okay.
The garage over there, we're working on that. I talked to Landon, we got some ideas, and we're gonna get some of the stuff out of there last Monday, and things just kind of got beyond the schedule and get it done, but we're working on it.
So you're confident it'll happen?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that.
Okay.
I got one thing.
Yeah.
With the shop, the damage you have in the shop, and the equipment report, the reason I was told that happened is because those front tires were bad on that backhoe and slid into it because there was no tread on them. So I think and it says right in here, needs new tires. I think we should get those new tires on as soon as we can, so we don't have it happen again, much with winter coming.
Yeah.
So if we haven't done it yet, according to this, let's get that done sooner than later, please, so we don't have another incident.
Yeah. Yeah, and if everybody's seen in their packet too, Cheryl and I'm assuming Eric
Eric updated the
updated
equipment
the
list.
equipment. So I'm kind of thinking we'll, come budget time, we'll kind of rehash rehash this again and just kind of, try to come up with a plan, for some of this stuff. You know, trying to look down the road a little ways and plan accordingly, for some of this stuff, and so that's kind of, why I wanted it updated, so that we have that come budget time. It's a good resource, to know what we have and know what we need and, what's still in good shape and what needs attention, so. But, yeah, I agree though, if that needs new tires, and it's, yeah, especially with winter coming, you might as well get that on the list to be done. So. Okay,
Did you wanna bring up at all what we discussed a little bit today